Hey guys, Big Geordie Geek here, and I'm back with another battle report, this time from issue 28. And we're seeing a battle between 20 Necron warriors and 5 assault intercessors, 3 aggressors. So this should be fairly interesting. Seems one-sided. Let's see how it goes. Now, before we get into the battle report, I'd just like to say a quick word from our wonderful sponsor, the Daylight Company. I love their products. I actually own a Lumi task lamp myself, which is an absolutely phenomenal piece of kit. It really does make a huge difference in your painting area. I'm not going to keep you up with a sponsored message, but I will say that if you love your painting, this will really make a world of difference. The only problem is you'll see a lot more faults with your painting work than you would before, but that's a good thing because it helps you improve. Anyway, let's get on with the battle report. Okay, so we're going to start off by taking a look at the Space Marines, and to start off with, we have 5 assault intercessors, sergeant armed with plasma pistol. Then we have the aggressors armed with flamestorm gauntlets. And finally, we've got our trusty lieutenant armed with a Neo-Volkite pistol, mastercrafted power sword, and storm shield. On the side of the Necrons, we have 2 units of 10 warriors. This first unit is armed with Gorse Reapers. The second unit here with Gorse Flayers. And finally, an Overlord, who's looking canny good there. If I do say so. Nah, it's not that bad. Anyway, here is the setup of the board. On the left, you've got the warriors, Flayers at the bottom, Overlord in the middle, and the Reapers at the top. And on the other side, the lieutenant is hanging out with the assault intercessors, and the aggressors are up on that side. For the roll-off, the Space Marines won, and they chose to go first. So the aggressors advance up the board to try and secure one of the containers. The intercessors and lieutenant advance towards the nearest container. The lieutenant decides he's going to hang back to secure that one. So that was the end of their turn. You can't score at the end of the first turn, so we're waiting for the second turn to score. The Necron Reaper armed warriors move up the board, as do the Flayer armed warriors. Now they all get to move an extra inch because they're within 9 inches of the Overlord, who has his ability to sort of make them advance a bit further. And the Overlord decides he's going to position himself on top of this container so he can survey the battlefield and monitor it from afar. The warriors with the Reapers fire at the aggressors. They have 8 of them in range. The aggressors take an absolute ton of hits, leaving 1 dead and another on a single wound, because those Reapers are brutal. The other warriors fire their flayers at the intercessors as the Overlord orders that his will be done, and that allows them to hit with a weapon skill 1 better than they normally have, and this kills off a single Marine. Now in Space Marine turn 2, the assault intercessors decide to move between the containers to get a little bit of cover and to claim those containers. The aggressors move forward to get to the second container, and they then open fire on the warriors with their flame storm gauntlets. The flamer attack kills... Oh, we missed a photo there, but the flamer attack basically kills 3 warriors, none of which are reanimated. Now below here we have... so I think we've just moved into the... we've missed the basic and overall photo there. So basically at the end of the Space Marines turn, they were in control of 2 containers. That's 1 more than their opponents. So they scored a total of 3 points. That's 1 for controlling a container and 1 for control, and a third for controlling more than the Necrons. Now in Necrons turn 2, the Flayer warriors march forward towards the central container. The Reaper warriors stay still and fire their weapons at the aggressors. This kills the wounded aggressor and wounds the sergeant who remains. The warriors at the bottom fire their flayers at the intercessors twice because they're now in rapid fire range, using Thy Will Be Done to give them +1, which kills just 1 more Marine. At the end of the Necrons' turn, they're controlling 2 containers, so the one on the left, the one in the middle, because they've got more models in the thing, control. So they score 3 points, so this gives us 3-3, so that's 1 for controlling 2 containers, and 1 for controlling more objectives than Space Marines. So Space Marine, turn 3. The Lieutenant decides to move around the containers to support his intercessors. The intercessors move towards the warriors. They then fire their pistols at this point, including the Neo-Volkite on the Lieutenant, but they did absolutely nothing. And most of them missed. The Space Marines are really having some bad dice rolls this game. The intercessors and Lieutenants... we've got a photo that's sort of in the middle here. The aggressor moves towards the warriors. And then the intercessors and Lieutenant charge the warriors at the bottom here. With the aggressor charging the warriors as well. Now, the intercessors use their chainsword, and they only manage to cut down a single warrior. The Lieutenant uses his mastercrafted power sword to strike down a further 2 warriors. But 1 warrior is resurrected by the reanimation protocols. The aggressor strikes the warriors and crushes just 1 warrior to smithereens in his Flamestorm Gauntlet. But the warriors strike back at the bottom here. They manage to drag 1 of the intercessors to his death. And the other warriors at the top with their Reapers use the bayonets to prise armour off the aggressor sergeant and pierce his body to the point his enhanced physiology can no longer heal him, and he basically dies at this point. Which very unfortunate. So yeah, that was that, which was all sorts of fun. So at this point, the warriors with the Reapers march down towards the between the containers there, towards the combat that's ongoing. The other warriors decide they're going to fall back out of combat to allow the Reaper warriors to fire, which of course they do. And this wipes out the intercessors, leaving just the Lieutenant alive for the Space Marines. So at the end of this turn, the Necrons are scoring... going ahead there. Necrons are scoring 3 points, 1 for controlling a container each, and another for controlling more than the opponents. This gives them a 6-3 lead. The Lieutenant then fires his Neo-Volkite pistol at the warriors, but fails to pierce the necrodermis. He then charges into combat, and with his power sword... kills a single warrior. But the warriors strike back, but they fail to do any damage to the Lieutenant. For the Necron's 4th turn, the warriors in combat with the Lieutenant fall back. The other warriors fire their Reapers at the Lieutenant with My Will Be Done, so giving them an extra +1 to hit. They manage to wound him significantly, but leave him with just 1 wound left. And the Necrons ends their turn with 2 points for controlling a single objective, because they're not near enough to the middle container, and a point for controlling more objectives than the Space Marines, who control no objectives. This gives them an 8-3 lead. On Space Marine's final turn, the Lieutenant is bleeding and near death, but fires his Neo-Volkite pistol once more, manages to kill a warrior, and with his last breath, he charges into the warriors. He manages to kill another warrior, most of his strikes missing wildly. The Necrons attempt to hit back, and they fail to make any wounds, and the dead warrior does not reanimate. Repeating a tried and proven tactic, the warriors then fall back as the Reaper-armed warriors move for a better shot. Lining up the shot, the warriors pour their gaunt weapons into the Lieutenant, who collapses into a pile of dust, which allows the Necrons to score another 3 points and win the game 11-3, and taking it to a full 5 rounds. Yeah, that was very one-sided. I think the issue was a sheer weight of numbers. I think I had I was controlling the aggressors, the Space Marines, and really should have changed my tactics, maybe more using cover, charging in earlier. I don't know, but dice rolls just weren't with me. Every time I rolled to hit with that Mastercrafted Power Sword, I was like, just not getting the hits. Anyway, so that was that. Does seem rather one-sided. The Necron superior shooting was better. The Overlord didn't even need to get involved. All he was supplying it. Thy will be done. So, yeah, that was fun. Anyway, so this is a Saturday, which is unusual. because, you know, my schedule's about. I need to get more consistent at this. I am working on Wednesday's report, so hopefully that will be out on time. And I'm going to put a real effort to get the Chaos Space Marine Premium Edition done and finished. It's filmed. It just needs working on because I'm trying to make it better. But anyway, thank you for tuning in, and I'm glad to have you. If you liked the report, thumbs up. Didn't like it, thumbs down. Leave a comment, you know, usual stuff. Watch all me back catalogue. That'd be great. Anyway, no, thank you. Have a great weekend, and I will speak. Well, I'll be back hopefully Wednesday with another report then.